My name is Vikari. I'm a junior at Mount Si High School. I'm 17 years old, and I have been affected by 3 suicides thus far in my high school experience. The first suicide that I was affected by was a good friend of mine from a place where I was volunteering and working as a lifeguard. And this was during my freshman year, and once he took his own life, I was really distraught and I didn't fully register what was going on. But later at the beginning of my sophomore year, just 4 days after school started, my dad took his own life. And that was a lot different. I just was taken to a place of despair and a really deep darkness that I didn't think was even possible for a person to go to. Since then, it's been sort of like a limbo. Just swallowing the fact that I'm fatherless, I don't have a dad anymore. Just the shock of how wrong something must have been going for him to feel that way. Feel bad enough to take his own life.
When you think about it, it would take so much to actually injure yourself. Like, if you think about it, the human instinct for self-preservation is really, really strong, and to actually override that, it takes a lot to put a gun to your head and pull the trigger. It does shake you a lot to see someone who you've had in your life every day since 4th or 5th grade suddenly just not be there anymore, and to know that the reason they're not there anymore is because they would rather take their own life than live another day. And I think it's really something where we have to ask ourselves, why did they feel like that? Like, at what point did it become better to not live than to go to school another day or face whatever they're facing? And I think that really gets back to the thing where you just never know. You never know what's going on in a person's life unless if you take the time to ask them.
You just don't know what situation someone else is in, and you don't know if they just can't handle school another day, or you don't know if they can't be at home another day. You don't know if they can't be with themselves for another day. People don't just decide to kill themselves, and it can be a buildup of very small events. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it takes 100 million events to make someone want to kill themselves, but it only takes one event to make them change their mind. So when people build up in their minds, and they take in all these negative, comments or jokes or whatever it is, and they take it all in and they take it to heart and they use it as a bridge to commit suicide, it only takes one match to burn the bridge. One match to burn the bridge so they don't feel like they have to take their own life. And if people realize that, and if they just, I guess we're lighting matches all over the place, so to speak, then we wouldn't have to worry so much about suicide. And if we all take the simple steps and just make small motions and, little steps, even if we don't know if the person is going to commit suicide, then we'll get that much closer to preventing it.
In all honesty, while it might seem like nothing to just be simply kind to another person, you never know, and it's always better to be safe than sorry.
We may not know what's going on in a person's head, but it's always safer to try and, make them feel like they're wanted. Even if a person's not suicidal, they need to feel wanted and needed. And I feel like a lot of people miss that. Every kid needs to feel needed, and if you can make a student feel that way, they'll have less reason to kill themselves, and that's going to be the match that burns down the bridge.